friends, and welcome back to Simply Stacy Ann. It's been a minute, right? Oh my goodness, it has been a minute since I've done a video or anything. I've been uploading, of course. You've been watching and following. Thank you so much for that. But before we move forward, how are you? How are you doing today? How are things going? I think it's probably the last time I videoed. I was in New York, remember? Yeah. And I thank you guys so much for even following me on that journey. But I want to make sure you're doing okay. I hope that your day is going well. We have one more day before Friday. Yay. And so let's make it a good day. Make sure you smile. Take a deep breath and get through your day. Okay, let's do that. All right, so I was sitting on my sofa and I realized that I'm hungry. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go make some lunch. But what would be the best thing? Bring you guys on. I'm gonna make something to eat. And I figured, hey, okay, so all of you that are just joining Simply Stacy Ann, I am not a meat eater, right? I don't eat meat. No, I'm not a vegan, but years ago I just decided that I just didn't want to eat meat. I went cold turkey. I don't recommend anybody else to do that unless you know you can, but it was okay for me. I do eat fish. Not much of shellfish, but I will eat. You offer me a lobster, and I will eat it. Okay, but no, I don't really eat. I eat a lot of different kinds of fish, different recipes that I have for that, and so that's what I do. Or I won't have any form of meat. I'll just have vegetables or something of that nature. So right now, I'm craving curry. So I decided to make myself a curry dish. And I'm going to go and do this with you, okay? First things first, remember I told you that especially certain products that create stains, always please don't forget to use your aprons. It's really super important that you use your aprons, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go on over here and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So what I have that I'm actually making, I have chickpeas. That is going to be my protein. I love chickpeas. Some people call them garbanzo beans. So what I do is I make my beans fresh, and then I just soak them in water, and I cook them down, of course, and then I put them in the freezers. So that way, when I'm ready to make some, I don't really have to go through so much to get it done. Okay, so of course. So I have the chickpeas. I have a half a cup of red pepper, half a cup of green peppers, half a cup of scallion, and then I have my nice little mixture. This mixture contains my curry powder. I use cumin in here. I have a little bit of cayenne pepper as well as black pepper because I do like a little heat with my curry. So now I'm using chickpeas. You can use chickpeas and you still can add some other protein. You can use your steak. You can use your shrimp. You can use a really nice firm fish. Whatever makes you happy because it's your curry, right? Right. So this is what's going on in here. So I've already gotten this. This is about a tablespoon of curry, a quarter teaspoon of cumin, a dash of pepper, a dash of cayenne pepper, and that's what we've got in here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started and make this dish. But I need you to hold on a moment, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this cooking, okay? Let's do this. So I'm going to drizzle some olive oil in my pan. And of course, you want that to get nice and hot, so we can go ahead and get our cooking going. Okay, so we're going to saute all those other little vegetables that we talked about as soon as this pot gets hot, and get the party started. Now let me tell you something. I already smell this curry and it's not even cooking yet, so I'm already hungry. Okay, I'm already hungry, and as usual, we don't have smell-o-vision, so oops, sorry. But I promise I'm going to make sure that it looks delicious and maybe give you that opportunity to want to make it. All right. Okay, so hold tight. We're going to go ahead and get our spatula, get that out, what we're going to use. I'm so excited because I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. All right, so get this pot a little bit more warmer. And again, just a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. You're good with that. And you want your pot to get nice and hot, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so now my peppers and all my vegetables that I have. So I think I may have mentioned it in one of my other uploads that I go to the farmer's market and I buy all of my veggies and things like that. And I go ahead and pre-dice them and I put them in the freezer. You don't want the water, you don't want to, after I've cleaned them. Don't forget that cleaning. But I put them in the freezer. That way, when I am ready, everything is ready for me. All I have to do is just take some out. So it's just perfect. And I think our pot is hot enough to go ahead and get started. So I have my red pepper. We're gonna go ahead and put that in there. Turn that down a little bit because we don't want it to cook too fast. And I have my green pepper. I'm gonna put that in there. I have my scallion, and we're gonna go ahead and put that in there. And it's smelling good already. The only thing that I did miss, and this is up to you, but I love garlic. So I didn't have any fresh garlic, and I use a garlic from the jar. So we're gonna get that garlic, and we're gonna add it to these vegetables and cook them down. Okay? All right, hold tight. It's smelling good already, guys. I'm telling you, it's smelling good. Hold tight. So we're going to use, and I like using this, okay? Of course, I would always pick my fresh garlic, but I don't have any, so. But I always keep this in the house just in case. So I am a fan of garlic, so I'm going to use about a whole teaspoon of garlic. Oh my God, this smells good already. And it hasn't even started right yet. Oh, okay, so we want to stir fry that a little bit, mix that in with that olive oil. Look at that. All the beautiful colors, right? Oh my God. All right, so we're just gonna let that keep going. And so you want, for rule of thumb, when you're using onions and things like that, you don't really have to cook it long, especially after it's been frozen. You don't have to cook it long because the moisture from it being frozen, it already makes it nice and soft as it is. So you're just really marrying them together, and you're putting all of your, mixing all of your vegetables and everything together. Ooh. Okay, so now that we've gotten that, we're going to go ahead. Now, if you're going to use fresh vegetables that have not been frozen, it is the same process. It's not going to change. Um, I do like crispy, crunchy vegetables depending on what it is that I'm making. This right here is okay. So I have, again, my kielbasa beans or chickpeas, however you want to use it. And it has been, it's, I took it out of the freezer and it already has its own water, so I had to let it defrost and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in this mixture. Get all of that in there with the juice. Okay. And let's see how we get this going, right? Yeah, I'm so excited. All right, so what do you think goes in next? Yeah, I think we're gonna put that mixture in there now. So let's go ahead and sprinkle all of this inside here. Okay? Now we're just gonna mix it up. Now, considering the fact that these garbanzo beans are already cooked, because remember, I did cook them before I froze them. And then I put them in its water. A little bit of it, it's probably maybe a cup of water. And so they're already cooked, they're already soft, and they have been soaking in its water in the freezer for, probably had this in there for about 3 weeks or so, right? Okay, so all we're doing now is just marrying everything together. Do you smell that? Wait, no, you don't. It smells good. Yeah. Yeah, it smells really good. All right, and then last but not least, hold tight for a minute because we need to make sure that we have all the ingredients in there. Hold tight. We do not want to forget the thyme. You gotta have thyme in your curry. You just have to. It's just important. Now, it's up to you if you want to pull the little leaves off the stems if you want. I don't. That whole baby is going in there. The whole thing. I remember the first time I made my husband curry. He says, "Why are there trees in this?" He's not Caribbean. So he had no clue. Why are there trees? Okay, so we've got that fresh thyme in there, and we've got all the other additives in there. Oh my God, it smells great. And I am going to just turn this down a little bit because we want that to simmer a little bit. We want that thyme to get all juicy in there, and I think we may need a little bit more water. But before we do that, let's make a little taste, okay? All right, let's do that. Let's see what we need. All right. Oh my God. We don't need anything. It tastes amazing, but because I want it to simmer a little bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more water. Now, you can use water, or you can use chicken broth, vegetable broth, whatever it is that you're making. Fish broth, if you're making a seafood curry, fish broth would be great. But because this is just regular curry, I'm just gonna add a little bit of water because I want that thyme to cook down inside the curry. And start breaking apart in there because you want all of that to be in your curry. My gosh, it smells so good. Yes, it does. So what we're going to do, we are going to let this simmer for a few minutes and come down to its boil the way it should, so that it can have a nice little gravy. Now, you can use this in roti. So if you're Caribbean, you'll know what that is. If you're not, it's a dough that has been made, bread that has been made with chickpea and what have you. that you can get. You'll probably have to get it from a Caribbean store unless you know how to make it yourself. I don't have all the equipment. I do know how to make it, but I don't have all the equipment to do so. I'm not going to use that in roti, not this round. I'm going to teach you how to make it one day, though. I will. But for now, we're just going to pour that over a little bit of brown rice. And that's already sitting over here simmering, waiting for its friend. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so that's sitting over here. I've already prepared that, and I wanted to make sure that I got that done so that when we're ready to plate, you know, it'll all be ready. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up a little bit. If you want to do some seasonings in your rice, oh, feel free to do that as well. I didn't do anything with it. I just put it in there, and now it's just going to sit there and steam up a little bit while we're waiting on this yummy curry. Oh my gosh, can you see that? Let me bring you a little closer. Just a little bit closer. Look at that. Whew. That's going to be absolutely delicious. It is. It's going to be good. I promise. It's going to be so good. And I can't wait. All right. So in the meantime, while we're letting that, because again, we want that to simmer down to a nice thick little gravy so that it marries very well with the brown rice that I have prepared. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to put a top over this, and then we can let it sit there and simmer, and I will be back so that we can plate, okay? All right, and welcome back to part two for this curry. As you can see, I've already plated the rice, so we're gonna go ahead and get that curry on this plate. Oh my goodness, I'm super excited. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that great? Ooh. See all the spices and the herbs and all of that. Oh my God, I can't wait to taste it. So we're gonna go ahead and put some of this right over the rice. Make sure we get some of that gravy, because that's what's gonna make it all come together. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just a little bit more. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I am so super happy about this because I've been waiting to eat all morning. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dig in. I made myself some special tea. It's going to be iced tea today. Yeah. I've already had my regular cup of tea, you know that. So let's go ahead and dig in. Let's see. All right, hold tight. Of course, I always have to say my grace before I partake any meal, even if I'm preparing it. For one, because the foods that we're preparing, of course, I do my best to do all the cleaning and all of that, right? But I also would like to be grateful and tell God thank you for the food, because we do have people who are in dire need of not even having it. That's another story in itself, right? So I make sure that I say my grace. So, you ready? Ooh, looks good, right? Look, it smells so great. Ah! All right, I'm gonna stop teasing. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get that first bite in. So excited. Oh my God. One more. Just one more. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so good. Oh my God. That is delicious. That is really, really, really good. I hope I don't miss any meat. Uh, if you're a meat person, you're a meat person. It is what it is, but I don't miss it. But I will tell you what, this would be really good with a nice firm fish or maybe even some shrimp. That would be really good in here. But that is whatever you decide you want to make with your curry. This right here sets it off so well for me. I'm just so super happy about how this turned out. It is absolutely fantastic. One more bite. Oh my God. And now I'm going to drink it down with a little bit of that tea. This is just my little special lemonade tea. It is a black tea, a green tea with lemon. That's all this is. That's it. Guys, when I tell you what, I've made myself completely happy. My palate thanks me. So listen, if you get an opportunity to make this dish, let me know. Let me know how it turned out for you. I'd be very happy to know how you enjoyed this recipe. I am going to finish my meal, and I just wanted to make sure that I came back to let you know that it is delicious. And thank you so much for indulging. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that so very much, right? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, the rest of your day, and don't forget to smile. It's so important. Don't forget, smiling is a part of health. It really is. Don't forget to smile and enjoy your day, okay? Somehow figure out how to enjoy your day. All right, so I'm gonna go eat. Bon appetit. Talk to you soon. Bye. That music vibe is so nice. Okay, I'm gone. Bye.